I really enjoy the Pikmin games. I think Pikmin and Pikmin 2 are some of the best games that the GameCube has to offer. In fact, for the longest time, I kept the GameCube around just so I could play Pikmin and Pikmin 2. That's how much I enjoy these games. I kept an entire console around, and it was my Pikmin machine. When I was growing up, I thought the first game was pretty good, but pretty short, too. You can beat it in a couple of hours. And as a kid, that's kind of a letdown. But now that I'm an adult, it's actually the game I go back to the most frequently, because sometimes I've got an itch to play Pikmin, but I don't have an itch to commit 40 hours to playing an entire game of Pikmin from start to finish, so I just play the first game again, and I satisfy that itch, get it done in 3 hours, have a great time, and move on with my life. There's something insanely fun about collecting all these small, colorful creatures, commanding them to do your bidding, take down giant creatures, bring parts back to your ship so you can fix it up, make progress, and finally leave. Who's missing? Jeremy?
Wait, you have 6 seconds left,
Jeremy!
Mike.
Where are you going? Where is Jeremy?
You lost him in.
Jeremy! Jeremy, no!
Well, sucks to suck, Jeremy.
You start off exploring a map with your small army, and you start building up the troops, and you analyze your surroundings, and you think, well, there's a couple of things over here I definitely need to retrieve, and some things over here I need to do. How am I going to spend the day? Am I going to take my massive Pikmin and try and go from place to place? Or maybe I'll throw a couple over here and they can build this bridge over the next couple of minutes, and I'll have a couple over here, they'll transport this gear. Or maybe I'll just bring them all with me in case I encounter some strong enemies, I'll be able to take it down pretty quickly. And you're never sure just what's around the corner. No! The ones that I left to build the wall!
Oh, you are a bad leader.
But then you go back and play this map again and you think, okay, I did pretty good the first time, but how could I make my progress more efficient? What is the best number of Pikmin to assign to this task? Do I want to assign more to it to get it done faster? Now that I know what other challenges await me on the other side of the map, how many do I think I can spare? Looking back, it seems like your original path through the map was clunky and you were just kind of bludgeoning your way through it, very clumsily solving problems. But now that you know what you're doing and you're familiar with the map, what is the most efficient way to get through it? It's all about optimization. And I'm a nerd, and I love that. Which is why I keep going back to it over and over, trying to get it done even faster, trying to reduce the amount of days it takes me to get to the end, trying to beat my score or get a better time. It's just so fun to replay. However, as a kid, I enjoyed Pikmin 2 a lot more, simply because it was so much more substantive. Instead of collecting 30 ship pieces, you're trying to now grab 200 wacky doodads? You're just going down to Earth and grabbing Duracell batteries and bottle caps, and it's just a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like it's really cheap product placement, but it's done in such a way that I get excited whenever I see a product I'm familiar with. Does that make me a corporate whore? Possibly. But I'm having fun, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. Pikmin 2 was the best Pikmin game for so long, simply because we only had 2 Pikmin games for so long. So I played the hell out of Pikmin 2, and I loved just how much I could play this game for hours and hours on end. Unfortunately, you had to play for hours and hours on end because some of those dungeons you had to crawl through go on for quite a while. I did enjoy the elevated difficulty of this game at times. However, there was sometimes difficulty, we might call it bullshit difficulty. You know, you'd give your Pikmin a task, look away, turn back, and they're all exploding, and you're like, oh, the moment I looked away, you dropped a giant bomb on all my Pikmin. That's kind of a dick move. So as I've gotten older, I've come down off my Pikmin 2 high. It's still a great game, and I still do go back to it frequently and enjoy it. But it's harder for me to say that Pikmin 2 is the better Pikmin game these days. I'd say they're about equal. If I want to get a Pikmin fix, I'll play the first game, and if I want to play something more substantive, I'd play the second game. And that's just how it was for a long time. These were the 2 Pikmin games I played. They said Pikmin 3 was coming out for the Wii, and then it got pushed back a good decade until the Wii U came out, and no one ever owned a Wii U, so no one ever played Pikmin 3, and yeah, I largely skipped over it myself. I think I picked it up and played it for a bit, but yeah, I had waited too long for it. It was difficult to live up to the expectations that I just been waiting for it for too long. But it doesn't matter because Pikmin 4 came out, and I can say with confidence that Pikmin 4 is the definitive Pikmin game to play. If you're looking for a good Pikmin game, or just a good place to start, Pikmin 4 is the Pikmin game. It has surpassed Pikmin 2 as my favorite Pikmin game, I must say. It's so very well done. There's so much more substance, so many more things to find. The dungeons are frequent, but not nearly as tedious. There's new types of Pikmin to play around with, new puzzles, the battle mode, the timed mode. There's just so much to do. And the game continues the Pikmin trend of just looking beautiful. It just looks so good. And it's fun to run around a miniaturized world that vaguely resembles Earth. Vaguely. It might not be Earth. You don't know. It does so many great new things while also paying homage to the original games that came before it. All the types of Pikmin are back. The primary three, the purples, the whites, the flying ones, and the rock ones, and now some ice ones. There's so much variety. There is so much jam-packed into this game. The Pikmin series is definitely underrated. It deserves a lot more love. And Pikmin 4 is unquestionably the best in the series. I mean, I guess you can question it. It's a matter of opinion. But personally, I'd say Pikmin 4 is the greatest entry in the series. I just hope we don't have to wait 10 years for a fifth entry, because that wait after Pikmin 2, that was a bit much.